Hello everyone, Coyote Yak and well, it's time to talk about GTA 6 because as I expected from this game is going to be a massive dumpster fire that will sell very well. Former Rockstar dev thinks GTA 6 might disappoint people. Obi Bermej is a legend in the Grand Theft Auto world. Last year he kicked off a blog detailing some of his exploits from his time at Rockstar, which saw him work on the likes of GTA 3rd, San Andreas, and GTA 4. The relatively revealing set of posts led to Vermeij receiving an email from Rockstar warning him to stop what he was doing, causing him to give away no more secrets. Oh, I remember this guy. He was explaining why they were doing some kind of details in GTA 3 where you can get stuck in certain ways, you can glitch in some ways that people have never seen before, and how to debug certain stuff for a 2 decades old video game. For Rockstar, despite that it's not giving it support, they still wanted to shut him up. Now the developer has sat down for an hour-long interview with Sen Play, during which he spoke at length about Grand Theft Auto 6. But his predictions aren't what some fans are looking for. I wonder, could be that Rockstar has been doing nothing since GTA 5 other than the online component that regurgitated an enhanced edition for the Xbox Series X and PC Station 5 is censored. Yeah, that that edition is censored. Uh, let's continue. So Or may Vermeer is still plugged into the world details. Yeah, we read that. He's an experienced voice. Within 14 years of GTA focused on development under his belt, Vermeer knows more than most. In the interview with Sunny Play, which was dug up by Games Radar, Vermeer made a bold prediction. I don't think it's going to be wildly different from GTA 5. I think maybe people might be a little disappointed on the first day, but still is gonna be the best game out there. In certain way, I agree with that because it's not going to be a soy rose. That shit buried the studio. Well, only the name. It was already buried. It was just a walking corpse. Trailer that we saw showcases the living, breathing world, up to the date tech and pop culture references, and a larger map based on estimations that we have ever seen from Grand Theft Auto 5. If they do the same fucking bullshit that is the map of Grand Theft Auto 5, I have to say, yeah, as someone who played it, I saw it as fucking bullshit. They wasted so much time and resources on recreating the mountains that we are not going to explore because the physics of the game they are just like focused on realistic type that you are just going to end up dying and not on exploring or even finding places compared to when you used to be in GTA San Andreas when you just press square 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 X X in your Xbox and just jumping on. Older games are better. No, well, I already know you know that. It's looks like we'll get a dual protagonist system that's built around the story that's as coming of age as is a romantic and potentially tragic. The trailer was also pitted with the rumors, tongue-in-cheek reference, and content that we come to expect from GTA series, which it highlights a huge red flag in which since they are going to the Bonnie and Clyde type of protagonist. And what doesn't make it good is that we know that Sweet Baby Inc. were in touch with Rockstar Games. How do we know that? Well, they advertised that 2K Games is with them. Take-Two Interactive, of course, is going to be with them. So, moving on to the main dish from that Park Place. Grand Theft Auto developers claims negative review campaigns can lead to significant harm, including loss of players and revenues. So imagine saying this. After people, someone from that used to work there, he just put it, yeah, it's going to disappoint many people, but it's going to still be a good game. And they just claimed that, yeah, you should never speak against them. Just shut up. Just, just consume products and keep consuming. We be waiting for the next product. Ah, man. So at this point, they are just. This is why Rockstar is just started to be hated. They attack modders. They release flops like the Grand Theft Auto Defective Edition trilogy. They copyright strike everything. It's because, well, Take-Two Interactive, you know who it is. They have a worse version of CEO of EA, Andrew Wilson, and Richie Tell combined. So let's continue. Grand Theft Auto publisher Take-Two Interactive shared a number of risks the company faces, including negative review campaigns, which it claims can lead to significant harm, including the loss of players and revenues. Negative review campaigns. Nah, negative reviews are for a reason. And if you pay attention at least to see what they are actually reviewable, I mean, ah, I had this argument years ago where you are telling, well, they're just reviewing negatively this game. It should be for a reason. And they just try to tell, it doesn't matter. They are just a bunch of losers. It's just useless. That's why I don't pay attention to critics. You put in the same mix the player critics to the reviewers from the lamestream shitholes like Shitaku and IGN. Go fuck yourself. You are a fucking retard. But anyway, moving on. In the Tech2 Interactive form, 10K filed with the US Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), the company listed a number of risky spaces, including the competitive nature of video game industry, the health of the console market, which is already in live support, development and growth of AI technologies, data breaches, worker unionization. I think I had this one. No. Oh, no, fuck. No, that is not. It's related. It's this one. SAG-AFTRA is now on strike against video game industry. Companies including Area Disney, Activision, Insomnia, Electronic Arts, and Warner Bros. And also includes Rockstar because they want to strike on them only because they're using AI. Oh, look how they want to get filtered out of this industry, dying industry. And then, of course, we have seen many instances of voice actors being fucking retarded and sabotaging products from the inside. So look, for example, this one that jumped on the Hoyoverse one bandwagon of how is it? Cultural appreciation. And then Jimmy Van Hammer pointed this VA started to pull the as a nation car spent more than 20 years in LA, California. Remember that this war has nothing to do with race, ethnicity, or immutable identity. And yeah, it's a behavior, mindset, and content of character. And this is why unionizing, worker unionizations, they could have created their own and let all these fucking corpus collapse, but they can't because they are either still attached to the past or they are just there with nepotism and they want to be more into that. Let's continue. Maintaining license agreements with Microsoft and Sony, the growth of the mobile market, monetizing free-to-play games, gacha games are just crushing them up, and more. The company also lists negative reviews as a significant risk to its business. Why? Because if they suddenly tell you, just like with Earth the Phone 6, which I want to talk about that, they they release you, for example, the Steam. one game, and you still have to attach yourself to another launcher, which in this launcher it forces you to install an spyware only because they don't want you to cheat on. And to make this situation even more cheater than what already it is, those launchers claim that Steam is a virus and they just try to ban you and you lose everything. Or they are just keep attaching to your operative systems like Windows and then you get fucking something that's keep taking resources, doing some HTTP requests, and you ask you, what the fuck is going on here? Something like that. That's why review bombing. They keep calling it that. Well, even though the bad reviews is for shitty products. Could be a good game, but a shitty product is always will always be a shitty product when they do scummy practices. That's why I'm glad that Steam has that review. You can change your review, and you people can see why you bought it, and you explain why, and people can take you seriously or not. That's the main difference. That's why I started about the idiots that want wants to mix both the media press reviews compared to the fans, or even someone with common sense. Let's continue. Text to Interacting explains that if the ratings of any of our games decline or if we receive significant reviews that result in a decrease in our ratings, our games could be more difficult for players to find or recommend. So he's jumping onto the defense of but protects us from our own customers when we do shit that we don't they don't like, but we like. Honestly, why even Rockstar is saying this shit uh, when they shit still sells? They are still selling Grand Theft Auto 5. They are still making money from the microtransactions. The Red Dead Redemption 2 game got another count of sales that just increased it by 2 millions. They keep making money, but they are just saying this because probably, yeah, just like with this article, I mentioned it at the start. They aren't saying something that people are not going to like GTA 6. Not for the gameplay, but for this content and the story. This is going to be a shit show. Let's continue. In addition, we may be subject to negative review campaigns of defamation campaigns intended to harm our ratings. Do the defamation and harm campaigns that you do it yourself. Just everyone is highlighting their voice. Yeah, well, fucking hell. Any such a decline may lead to the loss of players and revenues, additional advertising and marketing cost, and reputation harm. You're doing this to yourself. Just stop doing shitty things, and maybe you wouldn't be facing this nonsense. Take Two Interactive is also very big on Grand Theft Auto since being a massive success. The phone 10K states we are dependent on the future success of our Grand Theft Auto products, and we must continue to publish hit titles or sequels to hit titles in order to compete successfully in our industry. No, it's just to appease your investors because you know them well. You reach a point in the public market where if you release a flop, despite you having millions, all those millions is they are going to be from the investors selling their stocks in the market and you crashing. You never go public. It went on to add Grand Theft Auto products contributed to 14.7% of our net revenue for the fiscal year ended March 31 of 2024. For how many years? Yeah, GTA 5 released on 2013. I remember even when the physical releases of the game came with a book, with an art book that didn't sell separately and just vanish it from the air in less than a month because people keep buying it. However, while Rockstar Games is boasting about the game being the most immersive and biggest evolution of Grand Theft Auto, former Rockstar Games developer Bemi Bermich, worked for the company in 2009, tempered expectation in a recent interview with Sun. Like, yeah, that's why I cited that article. Yeah, is what we read from this. So, what do you think? GTA 5 has walked by virus there. I said it. They censored their own. They invented defective edition. They censored it. The enhanced and regurgitated version of Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 of Grand Theft Auto 5 got censored too. The one that is not censored is the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and current PC release. And even those, despite they keep updating them, they don't have certain content that they added. Useless content. They use some cars. Some cars that they are just useless in the online mode since you are going to get crushed by a flying boom streak. It's been a long time, but that shit never went away. They dug themselves up into the griffin of the multiplayer to push people to buy microtransactions. All the online of GTA 5 is involved about Griffin, and not suddenly they even release statements that they are going to ban people for Griffin, despite that they involved the whole game into that. Rockstar is just fucking stupid. So I want to know if you have an opinion on all of this. The Rockstar I knew is not there anymore. Even I'm someone that is even willing to give them money if they released a good, decent midnight club game. But well, the last game we got is oh man, it's been to 2008. It's been a long time. That's all I wanted to say here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a pretty